Meanwhile, on bookshelves today, Hot Seat, a year inside college football's pressure cooker, the new book from Jay Paterno, and it kind of goes along with the return of Penn State students too, because that's where we picked up our conversation. I recently sat down to talk about it with Jay, and also life away from the football field. Take a look. In the years since you last saw Jay Paterno on the grass of Beaver Stadium, he's been navigating many new ventures, including finding a true passion in writing books and also serving as a trustee on Penn State's board since 2017, something that wouldn't have maybe seemed possible only a few years prior.
Is it still a process, or have things been repaired in terms of your relationship with Penn State?
It's pretty much been repaired. I think when I was elected to the board, I was realistic in this regard. I knew that there was going to be people on that board that did not know me and would have certain preconceived notions of what I was coming in there to do. So I made a very conscientious effort to not make it about what had happened. I made a very conscientious effort for people to realize I love this university. I've loved it all my life. I will love it till the day I die. And what can we do to make this place better?
You've been with Penn State since you were this big. Was that very important to you, I would imagine?
Yeah, and there's still a couple other things unresolved out there, but you know, at this point, that's going to be at a time when it happens, and we're not focused on it. We're focused on doing what we can for Penn State as a family, and certainly me personally as a trustee.
And with that comes another big challenge for the university. The past few months, leadership has been all in, 100% focused on battling the coronavirus pandemic. Students, though, are now returning to Penn State's campus amid COVID breakouts at universities across the country.
To give this administration a lot of credit, normally we meet 5-6 times a year as a board in person, but we've had almost weekly phone calls where we're talking about every issue and getting feedback, and they're giving us telling us what their plan, asking us. So they've done a great job really involving the trustees and keeping us informed of a lot of things that are going on. And I think they've put together, to their credit, they've put together as good a game plan as you can under a lot of duress, under a lot of time constraints. And the question comes down to how well can the students execute the game plan. If they can do it, we've got a chance. And I certainly hope they can, because State College is just a better place when we have students.
How old are your kids now?
Let's see, my kids go from 20 down to 12.
20 down to, so back to school for your younger kids. I'm sure that's been a discussion in the Paterno household, and where do you stand on that?
As of right now, I mean, they're going to go back. The situation that State College has come up with is a good one, a viable one. You know, knowing some of the people on that school board and the superintendent at State College, certainly I have tremendous respect for them, and I know that they are very careful people, and that's the important thing. I trust them. But, you know, again, you got to prepare, you got to go, and I think it's time to try. But I think they're doing it in a very measured way and a very careful way, and we'll see how it goes.
So again, Jay Paterno's book out today, and like many, a parent with kids going back to school, you know, very concerning right now for parents, certainly. And we have much more of my conversation coming up. I'll talk a little bit about the memories, so many memories, obviously growing up around Penn State.
Right.
I mean, his life has been Penn State football.
Right.
I mean, he was born into it. He played, he coached, and we talk a little bit about a potential return to coaching, and I think you might be surprised at what you hear Jay say.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd leave us with a little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You can't give it away right now.
No.
Darn. That's what we all want to hear.
Yeah.